Hey there, third graders. It's Miss Kern, and I hope that you were able to find out the pattern that we were just discovering. So, whenever we have two hundreds, we're trying to find the halfway point. That halfway point is going to have a 5 in the tens place and a 0 in the ones place. So it ends with 50. So that's going to be really helpful for us as we're today rounding 3-digit numbers to the hundreds place. So let's just do a recap of what is rounding. Well, it's when we estimate numbers and it makes for easier math. When might we round? Well, if we're checking answers, maybe we did an addition or a subtraction problem and we want to see if it's a reasonable answer that we got, we could estimate it. We also use it when we're using mental math, so we round numbers to make them easier to manipulate in our head. We also use it when we're estimating. Maybe we don't need to know an exact answer, but we can estimate it and say, that's about this much. So let's look at our example for today. So our example says, round 450 to the nearest hundred. Number 1, label the halfway point. Number 2, drag the dot and put it on the number line. Number 3, decide which hundred to round the number to. So if you notice, on our number line, we have 400 as our smaller hundred and 500 as our next hundred. So we need to figure out, step 1, we need to figure out what goes here in our halfway point. Well, we just figured out that all of our halfway points ended in 50. And I know that we're in the 400s. So this is 450 as our halfway point. Step 2 says drag the dot and put it on the number line. So I need to put my dot at 450. So, well, wait, I've already labeled 450 on my number line. I know exactly where this dot goes. So I'm going to click and drag my dot to be right on the number line at 450. So now I need to step 3, decide which hundred to round the number to. Well, this one's kind of tricky because 450, it's our halfway point. That means it's the same distance from 450 to 400 as it is from 450 to 500. So we can't decide which one's closer because they're both the same distance. In this case, whenever we have our halfway point as the number that we're rounding, we always round to the next hundred. So here, we're going to round to 500. Even though it's the same distance, we round up to the next hundred. So the number 450 rounds to 500. Now you have some problems to do on your own, and I'll see you in a couple slides. Bye for now.